Hello everybody. So about a year ago I did a video documenting my alopecia journey and I uploaded it on YouTube, and this is the update. I apologize for the lateness. It's just I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I really just was doing it to try to be encouraging to someone who was going through the same thing I was. But I've been getting asked questions about it, so here I am. And while I am here in the front of the video, let's do a lip check. So February 2016, I did a big chop and my hair was about 1.5 inches in length all the way around. And in June of 2016, after my hair grew out some, I got a cute bob haircut. And this is the updated bob. It grew out. Let's see, I got it trimmed yesterday. I got a professional straightening and trim. So it's, let's see, my collarbone is right here. It was like down here yesterday, but those ends needed to go. I'm going to turn around. Don't mind my dirty mirror or my horrible attire. I am at home on my off day, which is why I'm shooting this video now. Let's see, let me adjust my neck so there's no trickery going on. And bam. Keep in mind what I looked like in the previous clip. So to get this much length in that amount of time, well, let me come back down, because you know sometimes what I don't like on YouTube, and this is just random, is when people are doing length checks on their hair, they'll put their head all the way back out there and like, oh, I have mid-back length hair. No, you don't, ma'am. You have a bent neck. So this is my hair right now. Ain't God all right? Hi guys. So originally I was going to do this video with full makeup and perfect lights and all of it, but I just didn't feel like it. So let's get into it. This video is my update on my alopecia journey. So for those who don't know, about a year ago I put up a video chronicling my journey with alopecia. I was not in a healthy state overall because of my diet, lack of exercise, just a lot of things. And then I got on a birth control that was high in androgen, and it led to hair loss for me. I had previously done a video on YouTube talking about the inversion method and how I had goals for waist length hair and all of that. And I had braids in that video. And when I took the braids out, I realized I had alopecia. I had one spot in my crown that was pretty large. Well, it started about the size of a nickel and then it began to spread. And I had other little spots all over my head, and for about a 3-month time frame the spots kept coming and coming, and the ones that I had were spreading, and I just was not experiencing a good time with my hair. It was a stressful time because my hair was just falling out, and so eventually I made peace with the situation and I discovered a regimen that worked for me. I said that, you know, the doctor told me that my only option was to get a cortisone steroid shot to my head. I didn't want to do that, so I did my own research and came up with something that worked for me. With the type of alopecia that I had, there was no oil in the world that I could put on my scalp that would generate hair growth because mine was deeply rooted internally. So I took a concoction of turmeric, ginger, pumpkin seed oil. Sometimes I took cinnamon just to regulate sugar in my body. I'm not diabetic though. I took garlic, a probiotic, and I think that was, oh, and an iron supplement because I was low on iron, and I stuck to this religiously for months, and I just made peace with the situation, and being that I learned that I could not control it, and it was just up to me to decide how I was going to live with it. And I chose to make the decision that no matter what, I was going to be happy, that I trusted God, and what was going to happen was going to happen. And so let's see, from September to December, it was a time of rapid hair loss. If it was not coming directly out of my scalp, whenever I would touch my hair, I would end up with strands of hair in my hand. Or if I brushed my hair, wash days when I washed my hair was the worst, because it just seemed like it was something about water touching my hair that revealed the weakness of it. And as soon as my hair would get wet, it would just start falling out. So that was a very stressful time. So that's what I went through from September to December. And then I changed my eating, and I took the supplements that I listed, and I began to see hair growth, and I chronicled that in the last video. So this video is an update. So number one question is, how is that spot that I did the video of? I can always find it because it is my shortest layer. Bam. Alright, so this is the current status of the bald spot from the last video. As you can see, it filled in. I hold it up lengthwise. This is where I am. It grew back. Okay, so let's go into some frequently asked questions that I got. One question was, did I go completely paleo with my diet? I tried. I'm a foodie, unfortunately. And so I tried going completely paleo. That did not work for me. So instead, I just made conscious decisions on what I ate. I did not eat anything that was deep fried. I ate a lot of vegetables. I drank a lot of green smoothies. I did allow myself some meat at the time, but it was primarily fish. I rarely ate any meat that was not like salmon or something along those lines. So I did not go completely paleo, but I did change my diet. My hair. So I did not talk about it much in the last video, but let's talk about what I did topically. So like I said, there was no oils that really helped me. I did take a hair and nail vitamin, add that to the list of supplements that I took. But as far as on my scalp, no oil helps me as far as hair growth. But I did use some oils to maintain the hair that I had on my head. So even though it would be scary, like I said, because water just did something to my hair and it would just start revealing the weakness and it'll come out. But even through that, I made myself deep condition my hair once a week. I would shampoo my hair and deep condition it once a week. You can use any conditioner that you want. Because I am a natural hair black girl, I tried Shea Moisture's their treatment mask. It did not work for me. It was moisturizing, but it did not have enough slip to it. So I felt like I was struggling to detangle my hair. So then I began using, there's a deep treatment mask by a company called The Main Choice. Their mask is amazing. It's a little pricey. I think it's like $18 a bottle, and it's a smaller bottle, but it's really good. So now I'm at the point where I use my own stuff. I've been using Shea Moisture's shampoo. But as far as conditioners, oils, things like that, I make my own, just because I know what my hair needs. And so, yeah, I make my own stuff. As far as a growth oil, I do recommend pumpkin seed oil. Pumpkin seed has a lot of fatty acids, as well as the ability to stop or to block the release of the hormone DHT that leads to balding. And I wrote more about it on my website, and it's in the link below. I'm getting ready to change the handle on it. That's why I'm not saying the name in the video. By the time I post it, I will actually have locked in a .com. But I wrote about pumpkin oil. It is really good. So you can either take it in pill form internally, but I also applied it to my scalp. I experienced some growth with that. So I deep condition once a week. I did use oils in my head, like pumpkin seed oil, and I gave myself scalp massages. And because I wore wigs, my hair was not touched throughout the week, so I didn't manipulate it, causing further breakage. Let's see. Did I experience any more fallout? Yes. So after the video I uploaded, I stopped doing everything that I knew to do. I went through at the time, it was a bad breakup, and I was devastated. So the treatment that I gave to my gut, as far as taking garlic as an antifungal and probiotics for good bacteria, I stopped. I stopped my scalp massages. I stopped my healthier eating. I actually went back to all of my old habits. I started back drinking soda, a lot of fast food, and I stopped taking care of myself. And then add to it the fact that I was already stressed. And so, yes, I lost hair. This was in October of 2016. I remember going to sleep on my couch. I'll take that back. About a week or so before this experience, I saw a spot in my head and I was like, that looks like a bald spot. But then I said, no. I was basically in denial. And so I said, maybe it's just the way I parted my hair. So, like, that Sunday rolled around and I had my hair up in high bun. As a form of a protective style. And I remember going to sleep on my couch and I had a pillow behind my neck. And so when I woke up from my nap, I went in the bathroom and I washed my hair because it was old. And when I washed my hair, the place where the pillow was completely bald. I just spray water. I saw a pretty nice sized bald spot in the back of my head in October 2016. And over about the next month, I experienced hair loss. Now, the difference this time around was I knew how to fix it. And so as soon as I saw that bald spot in the back of my head, I went straight to the store and I stocked up on everything that I took previously because I knew it worked. And of course, my hair grew back. The spot in the back is still filling in, but I will include pictures. Let's see. It's not as long as I would like, but from October to about December, well, no, I'll take that back, from October 30th to about mid-December of 2016, this was completely bald. This was the result of not taking care of myself and all of that jazz. And so once I got back on my supplement regimen, this all began to grow in. It was a pretty hefty bald spot. And so for it to fill in the way it did, it has been a little slower, but it's because that spot was way bigger. So yes, what I learned from that experience is the things that I'm doing to keep myself healthy, I have to continuously do that, because if I stop, actually from the day I uploaded that video, which was about in July, to October, I didn't do any of the things that I talked about in the video. It's like once I uploaded the video, I stopped. And so from July to October, I wasn't taking care of myself. And so after that time, my hair fell out. And once I got back on my regimen, all of it grew back. The same way it did previously, it grew back. And it has actually achieved some length. Quite a bit of length over that time. But this time around on my growth journey, I said I refuse to cut my hair off. And those of you who had alopecia, the way I did is like it easily tangled It was constantly dry. But this time around, I said I wasn't cutting it. I had already cut all of my hair off the year before. I was not doing it again. And so, because I was very tedious about taking all of my supplements, and I was very tedious about keeping my hair moisturized through, I believe it was either Friday or Saturday, I would deep condition. And throughout the week, I was constantly using water and oil to moisturize my head, moisturize my hair. I was doing scalp massages. I was very religious about that, and my hair has grown. I have not been experiencing any problems, and I'm pretty sure I'll just have to stay this way in order to keep that disease at bay. Let's see, was there any other questions? I talked about paleo. I talked about growing it back. I think that's it. So the bottom line for me is I just got to the place where I did a lot of research and I trusted God, and that's what got me here. And like I said in the last video, and I say that again because even now today, sometimes I find myself wondering, is it going to happen again? Am I going to experience more hair loss, different things like that? And I just have to remind myself, what is going to happen is going to happen. What is going to be is going to be. And there's just some things in life I can't control, and I can choose to either accept and move on, or I can do the best I can with the situation that I have, which is doing what I can to take supplements, doing what I can to increase my water intake, doing what I can to keep my hair moisturized, and trusting God with the rest. It's kind of like that scripture, one planet, one water, but only God gives the increase. For me, my planning was doing research to see what could possibly cause this disease, even though there's no official cause. My watering was me taking supplements, drinking water, changing my habits, and God given the increase was me getting my hair back. So to anyone who is dealing with this disease, even if you are not of the same faith that I am, know that I'm rooting for you and I'm praying for you, and I thank you for going on this journey with me. I will do another update sometime in the future. I won't give a time frame because I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I honestly didn't realize that many people would watch my previous video, and I do thank you for that. I didn't realize it was going to do what it did, but I will do an update. Just know that I'm rooting for you and I'm praying for you, and even if this is something that you have, it doesn't have you, and life keeps going. So even if your hair doesn't return, you still can live a fulfilling life. And I know it's stressful when you're dealing with alopecia. I know it's stressful, especially with me being a woman. And like I said in my previous video, at the time that this happened, I was 29 and unmarried, and I was like, my hair was falling out at such a rate. Even though I only focused on one spot in the video, it was all over my head. My hair was falling out at such a rate. I was like, who's gonna want me when I'm bald, you know? And constantly having to wear wigs. And another thought that I had that I didn't share previously was I hadn't had children yet, and I was like, I really want a daughter. And I was like, I don't want to pass this on to her, you know, because it can be genetic at times. And I just had to apply the same thinking to that as I did this situation overall, that some things I just cannot control, and all I can do is make the best of the cards that I am dealt and use my story to help someone else. So if you are dealing with this, just know that it's gonna be okay, and your hair may grow back, it may not, but at the end of the day, life is much more than our hair, even though I understand how it can be impactful to your self-esteem, because it was impactful to mine. I really went through it for a couple of months because I'm not a vain person, but I always did feel like I was pretty. And so to lose that part of me, it affected my vanity, it affected my ego, and that affected my self-esteem. So I know it can be a struggle, and I don't feel like I'm rambling or whatever, and I'll try to condense this video down, but I know it's a struggle internally and mentally, but just know life is so much more than this situation, and no matter the outcome, you will be okay. whether you choose to wear wigs, whether you shave it off, whether you let it grow back or take another growth journey. Do your research, do what you feel is best for you, and be at peace. Choose peace, even though I know that it's one of the hardest things to do. And I don't mean to sound cliche, um, but whatever happens, you're gonna be okay. Right? You'll be okay. So if you have any other questions, list them below, and eventually I will make more videos. And I did say in my previous video that I wanted to do a growth journey over, well, not a growth journey, a growth series, just documenting different things that you could try, because what works for one person may not work for another. And that growth series won't be just for alopecia, it will be for overall gaining length of your hair. So I'll just be doing some research and providing options to you all. And I genuinely am praying for you all. And I'll stop here. I'll just close it out with saying it's gonna be okay. Just whatever you're going through, deep breath in, deep breath out, and know you're gonna be okay.